Hello guys, welcome to another video on my channel. So today I will talk to you about a short story of my life. One story in my life, not my entire life, because I will not. Um, I don't know. I will make another video about my drawing my life video, for example. But I will talk to you about a short story. I liked when I was younger. 15 years old. I liked physics. I liked physics a lot. The laws of Newton and gravity and all of those things. I just liked it, and I remember every morning I used to wake up and think about physics in the morning a lot of days in the morning, and sometimes I think about physics like all day without stopping. So yeah, that's how I was when I was 15 years old, and Uh, so when I was 18 and I graduated from high school, I wanted to study physics in the university, but that was not possible because there wasn't there wasn't a close university to me where I lived that has a course of physics. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's why I didn't study it. But now I'm not exactly interested in physics. You know, because when I was young, 15 years old, I like you used to watch YouTube, just physics videos on YouTube and documentaries. You know, you can do whatever you want, and that's not the story that I want to tell you. My story is not exactly about physics, but what I want to tell you, the point that I want to explain is that everyone searches for what they like, and that's normal. That's just a very normal thing. Uh, but for example, you can like think that you love the United States. For example, like Mexicans just want to move to the United States. They just like the United States, and all of them want to learn English language. All right, that's not a problem. But when you go there, you will meet the reality of the United States, and the reality of life there and of Americans and American culture will not be exactly. Uh, I mean, just having dreams and of changing to another country, and if you go there, what you will see is just normal life. You won't see like all of those dreams. So you should not dream a lot on this type of ideas. You know what I'm saying? This is this is the story that I wanted. I mean, this is the point of the story that I want to explain to you guys. Is, for example, I'm from Syria, and all Syrians are just going to Turkey. There are like 4 million Syrians in Turkey currently. So that's a lot, and just that's not a problem. It's not a problem. They can live wherever they want. Any person can live wherever they want, but the point that I want to explain to you is the dreams of moving to another country, or of doing anything. I mean, it's not just about moving to another country, just the dream of wanting something and working on that is not what we should be doing in our lives, because all of those thoughts, all of those desires that you have, at the end when you achieve them and when you have all of the things that you dream about, when you have all of them, you will understand that you achieved nothing. So, not being satisfied with your life, that's the problem. that people have is a problem of satisfaction with their lives. Um, this is pretty much an idea that Buddhism teaches a lot, and Buddhism is getting like cool, and everyone wants to learn Buddhism now, right now, and everyone wants to do meditations, and meditation is considered scientifically and I don't know, a cool thing. And that's one more desire that people have because it's just a desire to meditate. And the idea of Buddhism is not having desires because desires don't give us what we actually need. Um, and yeah, so when you think about that, if you like Buddhism, you will see two things. The first thing is that the first thing is you will see. Uh, it's just a point of view of life, and when you learn that, you will learn that you don't need Buddhism, and you don't need any point of view, and you don't need to learn anything in order to be who you are, because you are already who you are, and you already have your own personality and your own opinions and your own thoughts. So you don't need to learn anything from the outside, because if you learn Buddhism, it will just give you more new ideas. You know what I'm saying? That you didn't have before. And if you study anything, it will just give you new ideas. Uh, like studying in the university, you'll just change the thoughts that you have. But my point is, you are already who you are, and you just need to explain that. You don't need to learn anything, because when you learn something, it will change who you are. You know what I'm saying? Uh, yeah, that could be a stupid thought, but I'm not trying to preach to you. I'm not teaching anything. I'm just sharing with you my thoughts, and I think that my thoughts are valid for me, and they are definitely worth sharing with someone, especially if you are interested in knowing how I think. That's like it could be a good idea, you know what I'm saying, to understand how someone thinks. And what I'm trying to do in this video is explain to you what I think. All right, and what I think is, excuse me, and my thoughts are affected, yeah, by exterior things because I learned a little bit of Buddhism. Do you understand that? The point there is it affects my thoughts. So what I think depends on what I learned. You know what I'm saying? And I did learn Buddhism and Buddhist ideas, and I read the thoughts of Buddha, but that affects me a little bit. But I still have my own opinions worth sharing if you are interested in knowing, how I think. Uh, so our thoughts are affected by others, yeah, and they will be affected by others forever because we are always learning from others. And when others are famous, what happens is that many people will think the same way they are thinking. So, for example, the Kardashians or the famous people, they change the way Americans live and think, and they know that. But that's okay, and I consider it okay because we are always affected by others, and the opinions of other people. Um, but we are still who we are, and we can explain that to others. So being able to explain it means that you are different, that everyone is different. You know what I'm saying? And when you're famous, you're just putting your thoughts in everyone's head. You know what I'm saying? That could be cool, right? I mean, you could think about it like a good thing. I want to be famous to have my opinions uh, and my thoughts shared with everyone and make them think the way I think. Well, that could be like an evil plan of being famous and having, you know, like changing the world. You know what I'm saying? So that's not exactly what happens here. What happens here is all the energies that we receive, most of it is depends on our DNA, and who we are in reality depends on our DNA and the race to which we belong. If you're white, black, or a- Asian, yeah, your race and your that that's where most of your ideas come from. All right. So the opinions of others will not exactly change you. You will just understand others. That's all. You can't change. You know, I made another video on YouTube. I don't know. I don't know if you watched it, but what I said in that video is that you can't change who you are. So if you can't change, well, others can't affect your thoughts, right? But in reality, they do affect the way you think. But they don't affect who you are. And who you are still gives you more thoughts. So they change our other people can change our thoughts, but there are always new thoughts coming up from ourselves, that the effects that people have on us is little. You know what I'm saying? Because who we are is where most ideas come from. You know what I'm saying? And there could be there in your head your thoughts and the thoughts of 1,000 people, 1,000 other individuals. You know what I'm saying? But there will always be your thoughts, and when you talk, you just explain all of that. You can't explain one single thought separated from everything else. That's impossible. When you talk to others, you will explain to them all of the things that you know and all of your thoughts combined. So by listening to someone for a short amount of time, you'll just be able to understand everything about their life. You know what I'm saying? That's the point. That who you are, where you are, what you do, the other thoughts that others and famous people and I don't know, your friends, your family put in you, all of that you can see it in one person. And all of that makes who you are. But you can just like skip everything and just remove. I mean, when you listen to another person, you can just like remove all of the thoughts that others put in him, and he learned from I don't know where. Like you could learn from. I can't like learn the life story of the entire life story of one person, because it's just too long and nobody shares exactly all of the story of all of his life. You know what I'm saying? You can like read a biography of someone, but you can't even get an insight of who he is. But when you listen to him, you can just get out of your head all the thoughts that he learned and understand who he is. When you understand who he is in reality, that's when you know how to treat that person and how to be with him. And not everyone can do that, you know what I'm saying? Because not everyone knows exactly how to treat others. But it's not about treating with them, it's about understanding who they are. And when you understand them, you just uh, you just get a huge advantage, you know what I'm saying, by understanding them. And we are able to understand others, and that's what we work on, you know what I'm saying. So yeah, I think I explained to you all of the ideas that I tried to explain in this video. I don't know if there's anything left. I mean, if I forgot something, I will make another video. It's alright. Okay? I will make other videos. It's not a problem if I forget like one idea that I want to share with you, because I always love to share with you guys my thoughts. Definitely. I mean, it's important. Alright? It is important. It's an important thing to explain to yourself to others, and you could, I don't know, you could get the opinion of others, uh, of you, and it's important as well to understand their opinion, because it helps you to understand your situation as well. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I don't want to make this video any longer, because like it's getting almost 20 minutes long, and I could talk forever uh, on this topic. Well, I mean, at some point you will definitely get bored, but yeah, I don't want to make this video too long. So thanks for watching this video. Thanks for staying here. If you stayed and watched all this video, and please subscribe to my channel, and see you next time.